it's your girl Linda once again. I'm here to bring you live entertainment with lots of topics from the internet and around the globe. Something for you to think and talk about all week. Anyway, happy Sunday, and how is everybody doing? I believe everybody is fine, and it's absolutely amazing. The atmosphere is really cool. People are going back to school, people going back to work, Things are going on really fresh. And for all the people that celebrated the birthday last week, happy birthday to Judith, my sister. And Portia, I forgot to wish you happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, because you celebrated your birthday on the 1st of October. I think I was too busy with the Nigerian Independence Day thing and kind of skipped. Well, happy birthday to you, and I hope you have a good and wonderful celebration. And to Judith, my sister, as well, I hope you had a beautiful and wonderful birthday party in Nigeria. Anyway, what is going on? How is everybody doing? And I believe everybody wants to know what's happening all the week. And we want to hear, what is Linda going to talk about today? Well, today, Linda will be talking about something really, really important in the community, in the environment that we live in the current climate that we live in. Anyway, but before we start, I want to talk about something about last week. Last week, I was talking about the management, how managers can relate to people at work, how people find it very inconvenient when people are being treated the wrong way. How I was talking about all these things, and people kind of find it really interesting. They think that, but sometimes the problem we think, I think, like, sometimes people need to really voice their opinion. I know it's a very awkward situation, because sometimes you feel like, okay, if I talk, probably I'll lose my job. I wouldn't, I won't lose my job and stuff, I just think like, but sometimes there's a way you can put things through, and probably maybe your manager or whatever can, see where you're coming from or understand your own point of view. Anyway, it was Nigeria's Independence Day last week, and I was talking about so many things that you could do in your community to make it better, to make it safe. I was thinking about how the youth can get involved in in different activities, social activity, educational activity, things that can promote the environment and we to a better, so that we can achieve greatness in this world right now. Because I was talking about Nigerian Independence Day, everybody's been through a lot. Let me take that as an example, how people, how the journey, how things that people have done, and how you have struggled so hard, and you have come out from your struggle to become an independent person that can do things on your own. It's actually kind of a difficult journey. It's not really something that everybody can come out through and say, yeah, I have been there, I've done this, I've that. A lot of people give their testimony. If you watch a lot of programs on YouTube, on the internet, there's so many people that give their testimonies about how they journey, about where they've been through, how they come to become a superstar, or how they achieve whatever they have achieved presently. If you watch a lot of videos, some people to tell you the stories so that you can be inspired. Sometimes when you watch video, you look at it and think about how you can make what this person has done, how you can make your situation even more better. I think that's why most people tell their testimonies, to make you be motivated and not give up in whatever you think. Like, I can achieve this, I'm going to aim for this, and I'm going to be successful in whatever I want to do in life. That was what I was trying to get across last week. I was talking about what motivates people to do stuff that are so wrong, especially the wrong things. What motivated you to want to do something that that this is actually bad and I want to do it? Why would you want to do something what motivated you? What inspires you? Everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to, when people actually do something that is very bad, people kind of sit back and think like, why did this person do such a thing? I think it's really horrible, especially when it's really bad. But when you do something that is good, everybody want to learn from you. People want to know people want to follow your footsteps. People just want to follow your footsteps. Everybody will be encouraged, But when you do something that is so, so sometimes, that's what I was saying last week, before you do something, think about it. Think about the impact, how it's going to affect you. You know, critically examine all these things and see if it's, especially when it's wrong. Like the other week I was talking about rioting, people going out and then they'll take flyers out. You know, sometimes you don't want to encourage something that is wrong. You don't want to encourage something that is so bad. You want to encourage something that is really, really good in environment, in people's eye, and putting your eyes away. Because if the environment is safe for you, it is going to be safe for every other person as well. Well, today, what I want to talk about today is, I want to talk about something that we have discussed before on this show. If you watch episodes, I think 3 or so, me, myself, and Sundati. Sundati came from a country that is very, very, you know, a very poor country. Let me put it that way. From Comoros. The country is very uncommon country. That's what I would call it. It's not a country that is so popular that if you are asked to list 10 countries, I don't think anybody anywhere in the world will list Comoros as part of the 10 countries that they want to list. But this person has come from such a country, and she was on the couch. She has been on the show to talk about women in the society. We were together, and she was promoting the idea of how women should be encouraged to take more prominent position in the society, so that they can, you know, it's like leading the young generation, directing them. Like, we are women doesn't deprive us to becoming who we want to become, or what we supposed to achieve. So me and nothing, somebody from a country like that, you know, we are in this couch talking and discussing about women in the society, how women have, you know, we were saying is maybe probably it's our own opinion. We thought probably maybe women have just seen certain things like this is a man's job and this is a woman's job. We're not supposed to do stuff like that. We've come out and say we encourage women, like, achieve your goals positively, pursue your dreams, don't discriminate anything. If you think that you can achieve such a prominent position, if you think you can go for it, then do it. Don't say like, oh, an engineering job is a man's job or something, you know, do something, because sometimes you might have some inspiration or some ideas that which the men don't have, and you can actually impute those your ideas and make the whatever technology or engineering work more greater. Anyway, like today, what I want to discuss about is still about women, but it's just a topic that everybody is just throwing on my face. Like, on the internet is is a big discussion on the internet. It's very rampant. It's been talked about for so many years, you know, and a lot of things have been done just to stop that aspect of women being abused, women being beaten by men. You know, first of all, I think violence is bad. That is just my point. I think being physical, fighting somebody, I think is very, very bad. Then, putting like someone that you call, this is my wife. You know, this is my wife. You should treat the person the way you want to be treated. That is why I think, I don't know about if you think something, if you think that beating a woman is a good thing, then I need you to leave your comment and tell me, yeah, Linda, because my girlfriend did this, I beat her up. Sometimes people make mistakes. Sometimes people can say things that they aren't supposed to say. Sometimes people can push you to the very end and you feel like, oh gosh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But life is a challenge. You know, life shows us so many challenges that we need to be able to control ourselves. That is why we have freedom. That is what last week I was talking about, freedom. When you have freedom, it means you are control of yourself. It means nobody is in control of you. It means that you are in control of your own self. That you do things what you want to do. When you are in control of yourself, that means you're in control of every situation around you. So you should be able to control that temper of, hitting your wife, especially. And then some women come out in public and it's like black eye. One eye, mouth, nose, hair, yeah, everywhere, so many bruises. And you be like, and they're so in love with this person and they still stick for this person and they're still in this marriage. And sometimes you think like, people do forbid divorce. People don't want to divorce and people don't want to do things that, people don't want to encourage divorce. I think so many women don't want to encourage the idea of divorce, but that's why I'm going to put this question across. Is it right to be beaten, brutalized, and it's okay to just stay and, take all that bruises, take all that beating and everything? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk about. So many people are married and they've experienced too much brutality in their marriage life, or maybe they are in a relationship, like they got boyfriend and girlfriend stuff. Let me just go really low, because I think if you're talking about marriage, then it's maybe that's too, that would be odd. Relationship, you're in a relationship and your boyfriend beats you up, and the next day you see the two people still so much in love and everything, and you be like, what is this? Is it right? What are we we don't want to encourage divorce, but then again, are we encouraging men to beat up women? So it's kind of a thing. Is that something like so critical? It's so difficult to actually, if you actually think about it carefully, it's so difficult to think about things like that. Like, you beat up your wife. Everybody will be like, oh no, that is so wrong in every circumstances, in every way you say it, that is so wrong. Because like, if you think, you don't want to encourage divorce, but again, you don't want to encourage the man to keep beating the woman. So we are so in a very difficult situation when you think about brutality. For me personally, I think it's very wrong. And I think if I have a man and you beat me up, I think that is really, I don't know, I'm not going to encourage anybody to beat anybody. That's what I'm just not going to do. I'm not going to encourage any man to beat up a woman, because I think it's so wrong. In every sense, it's so wrong. Your wife is supposed to be like your sister, Your wife is supposed to be like your mom. Your wife is supposed to be like your daughter. Your wife is supposed to be like the person that is, you call and she's there for you. Not, so no, that's such, when you think about beating, when a man beats up his wife, it's very, very wrong. It's very, very, very wrong. In every sense, it's very. And sometimes the man, sometimes you like, is it right or is it wrong? No matter the situation, whether it's the woman upset or whether it's the man that upset, I think violence in general is just wrong. That is my own opinion. Violence in general. And if you have ever been in a situation where you have to beat up your wife or your girlfriend, I think you should back up right now. And if you are not in that relationship anymore, if that relationship is not working anymore because of violence and everything, I think you should think about it and say, I was wrong and I think I wouldn't ever do something like that again. I think you should change and think about how you would beat up somebody so bad. What have prompted you so? What could you not control? Could you not control opening the door and go out? I think you could control that. You know, you can walk out of and not, so that you don't listen to certain kind of things. That's just the best way of doing. I think that's everybody's opinion of avoiding being fighting somebody who's your partner. I think fighting anybody is wrong. That's my point. Fighting anybody is wrong. Beating anybody is wrong, first of all. Then beating your own wife or your own girlfriend, it's wrong. If you think about fighting as a wrong idea, as a wrong, then fighting your wife that is the same thing. Fighting your girlfriend, that's the same thing. Beating your wife or your children, that's the same thing. You know, women are there as you've married this girl or you're dating this girl. She's there as a girlfriend or she's there as a mother to your kids. Or your wife whom you go out. Like today, you know, men, you need to appreciate your wife. Seriously. Like I think about the whole situation and I was like, you know what? Sometimes you go out, the women come back, they cook, they clean the house, or sometimes some people are so rich and then they have maids and all that. But then again, they are still the mother of your kids, you know, and they're still there for you. No matter the situation, I don't think beating is in any way right. You could leave for peace sake. You could leave so that you aren't being seen as a violent man. Because when you beat a woman, I don't think any woman likes to be beaten or to be punched by a man. And then, you know, so many things just happen and you don't want to do that to your own wife. So that is war. The whole thing that's been going on the internet, and so many people have raised awareness of women being abused in the community by their husbands. So women have gone through pains, and some women are so scared to come out and speak publicly, or tell even their parents, or tell even their mom, their dad, or anybody about what is going on in their marriage. Some people don't want to break up their home. Some people don't want to leave their home because they have been, you know, you don't have to lock yourself up. You can come out and speak and say no. Or you can just go by yourself. Sometimes as a woman, you need to be strong. And say, no, this is wrong. Sometimes, I told my friend that if you see something that is bad, I think you should acknowledge it. And say, this is bad. That way, you won't put yourself in a situation that you wouldn't want to be. When you acknowledge, say, I don't like this, this is wrong, you are out from that trap. You're freed your conscience. So as a man, when you see, well, there's so many movies that you watch, like Nigerian movies, American movies, you know, women get killed. Women get killed in the process of like, okay, I want to save my marriage, you know, I want to be there. Women get killed. Some people have actually died from marital abuses. So we need to think very, very careful about beating up a woman or even hitting anybody at all. We try and be in control of yourself. Control yourself so you don't hit anybody. Not just your wife, don't hit anybody. Pray and God will guide you. God will lead you. I think a lot of people need to go to church, pray so that God can help you out of that anger. Sometimes it's anger, build up anger. Pray and God will help you out of that anger. And you will see that hitting somebody is just so wrong in every way. that is what I want to talk about today, and that is, I think, that is a very big discussion on the internet, and I think the Linda Live should be part of that discussion. I should air it. And today, I hope you have enjoyed this wonderful episode of the Linda Live Show. I hope you can leave your comments, tweet it, like it, share it, post it. If you have any concern about the Linda Live Show, well, leave a message, email me, and tell me about how you feel about the show, what you think. And if you want to be a guest on the Linda Live Show, email me and tell me what you want to be doing on the Linda Live Show, and I'll book you on the Linda Live Show. Every single Sunday, there's an episode that's going to air. If there is none, I will be announcing it before the show. Well, I hope you all are enjoying today. It's a beautiful day. I will be tweeting. Keep watching. Don't forget to watch this show to the end, because every brother's picture, a lot of things have happened. I will put in so many pictures up for you to view, to me to see. I've got some videos coming up as well, but if there's time, I will put so many videos on next week's show. But for now, it's a Linda Live Show. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Take care. God bless. Bye.